In Yarrabah, people were forcibly removed from their traditional lands. During the process, they were not allowed to speak their traditional languages. A language had developed in the community, a fusion of Standard Australian English and their traditional languages, and it became a Creole. In today's context, it's called Yarri lingo. What is this?
Water.
Yeah? Where's the water? Is she at the beach or something?
Back beach.
Yeah, your mum went out back beach, eh? Yeah, well, that Migler was talking about back beach too, but he said it in a different language. Like you sounded like you were talking Yarri lingo. Because you're a little Yarri girl, eh? We never correct the children when they're speaking Yarri lingo because that's the language that they were hearing since they were born. So we keep supporting them. And bear in mind too that the children are still developing their first language. So that is important that they continue to learn through their home language. This is you, because you speak Yarri lingo and you're talking. That's my brother. He looking at all a rainbow. But the Miglo, saying the same thing what you said, but in English, he's saying it like this. That's my brother. He is looking at all the rainbows in the sky. It's about us acknowledging the child's first language and saying to them, you know, you're a Yarri girl, you live in Yarrabah. This is the language that you speak, and there's nothing wrong with that language. It's not a broken English, it doesn't need fixing. If you're able to speak Yarri lingo and Standard Australian English at the same time, that gives you an advantage. You know, you can tell when a relief teacher walks in and she comes in here and talks Standard Australian English, you sort of see a lot of behaviour problems being picked up. They're not naughty, it's just that they haven't understood the teacher's Standard Australian English. So that's why it's so important. As you saw narrating this morning when she was reading that story, a lot of times while she was reading that story, she code switched a lot because there are often big words in those stories and the kids don't understand what that's about, and also linking it back to community, their community experiences.
Where you stay, what's your creek for?
Mango.
You are so clever.
Big dinosaur.
Hey, look, Austin say it's in a mangrove, look. Does look like mangrove? Where we got mangrove here with Yarrabah? Austin, where you see a mangrove?
In the water.
In the water, which place? We got a lot of mangrove here, eh? Where Yarri, eh?
We work in 3 languages. We work in Standard Australian English, and I attempt to speak that at all times to try and keep that division of language. Miss May and Miss Mary or Miss Michaelin, our other teacher aides, speak Yumplatok, which is sort of like the Torres Strait Island Creole, which is used throughout the region. There is also Kukulgalya, which is what they call a sleeping language. Some of the elders here speak it. It's part of the revitalisation process that we're trying to start to incorporate that. What about this one? What's this one?
Crocodile.
What do we say in Yumplatok?
Crocodile.
Crocodile. What about in Kukulgalya?
Kedal.
Kedal, well done. When we use those 3 languages, we always present them visually in 3 different colours. Standard Australian English is always in black, Yumplatok always in blue, and the traditional language Kukulgalya is always in red. And that's to try and make that distinction between those languages. At last he felt cool, cool water on his hot, tired, sandy body. And as he swam down, 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 he knew. It's the sea, he sang. It's the sea.
At last, then we go down, go inside the water, and we make himself Mina nice and cold because he be Mina tired when he be dancing for the sun. He be sunot. I'm going to the water and swim, swim, swim. Then I'm sick. Yes, at last. This one, the solata.
And that's the end of our story.
Miss Kathy was talking in English, and I was talking in Yumplatok. Some of the things that we shared on the mat is the name of the animal, like turtle, and in Yumplatok we speak turtle, and in Kalalagaoya, that's in other community, we speak Waro.
I try to verbalise whether we're talking English or language so that children can learn to swap between the two. Can you jiggle around like jellyfish? Jiggle, 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 jiggle. This time, can you find your own colour square and sit down? Also because Creole is quite similar to English, it can be hard for the kids to know when they're hearing or speaking one or the other. So I make a point now of saying, shall we sing good morning in English first or language first? It's just a way of getting into their mind that they're speaking two different languages, in fact 3 most days.
Kai pai pa dada maluya ga gukoki Lagaina laga kalaide pudema Gau butuya dama nabia 1, 2 wadau
Wada.